It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. You know, Robert Stevens, the founder of the Geek Squad, has a great quote. I love it. He says, marketing is a tax you pay when you're unremarkable. And I bring up that quote of Robert's as I watch my friends in the imaging channel move into IT services. You know, they've been talking about moving into managed IT services for over 10 years. Some of them have done it. Some of them have been successful. But for the majority of them, it's been a miserable failure. And it's been a miserable failure because they depended on marketing more than being remarkable. And there's a big difference between IT services and print-centric services. And the biggest difference between those two deliverables is one's about a product that you service, print, and one's about services that include products, IT services. And my friends in the imaging channel are going to really struggle as they move into a concept where services come first, and then the products are attached to the services. Because if they just make it about the products, well, I got to be honest with you, friends. IT services today, 2021, 2022, 2025, the only product you're going to sell an end user, let me show you what they are. They're right here. It's going to be a laptop, some monitors, a desktop, some mobile devices. Those are the products. That's it. Everything else around IT services, well, it's in the cloud. You're going to be negotiating contracts for your customers with VMware. You're going to be negotiating contracts with Datto, Microsoft 365. You're going to help a customer navigate all those services. But the products? The products are going to be a handful of things they can buy it as a commodity. You're not going to make any money. You can't get into IT services and make it about the products. If you do, it'll be a disaster. And so when you think about this, the imaging channel's got to make some serious changes. I did a video not too long ago where I talk about compensation. We got to comp our reps different. If we comp our reps the way we comp them in the imaging channel, where we make it about a product, what do? They overspec and oversell. If you overspec, if you sell wrong, if you sell based on products only in an IT deliverable, you will destroy all your profitability from a service perspective. You can't just say, let's sell a bunch of products and make it up in service. Because when you do that in IT, it'll be a disaster. It'll cost you your business, and it probably will be extremely painful for your customer. So over this weekend, what I want everybody in the imaging channel to pay attention to is how are they going to go to market with IT services? Because it can't be the same way you went to market with print services. And any of you that think it is, you just sell your business, because it will be a disaster. And don't believe all the lunacy when you hear some consultants say, oh, you're going to be the best because you've got the best salespeople in the world. The imaging channel's got the best salespeople in the world. They're going to be able to crush the IT services community. They're going to go out there and sell against them. They know what they're doing. I mean, we understand financing better than IT. We understand all this stuff. Well, you might understand some leasing. You might understand some financing better than those IT service providers. But let me tell you something. 80 to 85% of every customer an IT service provider gets is referred to them. And here's the other thing you better get out of your head. You're not going to sell IT services to 15,000 customers or 2,000 customers. The average IT services company in the United States today has 60 customers. They do a revenue of about $4.5 million. And if they're doing everything right, they're netting 20. Their EBIT is 20%. And I got to be honest with you, my friends. I don't think in the imaging channel we can comprehend that, because we were always about this huge market share. Market share, market share, market share. And we would chase revenue to the point of insanity. We used to read in the magazines about how we're going to be at 200 million, how we're going to be at 300 million. Can't wait to get to 500 million. I would ask those companies today that are going through this pandemic and they're seeing their sales fall off the cliff, was chasing revenue relevant to the importance of profit? We have a perfect opportunity as a channel to move into IT services. But it baffles the hell out of me that after 10 years of trying, I'm still hearing the same language from the channel. I'm still hearing about how great the salespeople are. I'm still hearing about products. Somebody told me the other day, oh, it's a good thing we're in the IT services business. We sold a whole bunch of laptops to one of our big customers for their at-work home users. Well, who cares? You sold a bunch of laptops. What you have, 5% margin in it? Moving a bunch of dollars around? That's not IT services. So my friends, for the very first time, we can't use the word services as just a fancy word. The word services have to lead our business model. We're going to sell services that products come with, and leave the concept of selling products that you service at the imaging channel, and become an IT services channel. Focus on the services that include some products, and believe it or not, some of those products that will be included in those services will be some print devices. But remember this. Remember how I started this video. Remember Robert Stevens' quote. Marketing is a tax you pay when you're unremarkable. My friends, I'm going to end this the way I always do. Status quo is the killer of all that will be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see you all on Monday.